Mr. Jones. How are you? Good. I'm Diane, a VSU nursing student, and I need to put an IV catheter in your arm. Have you ever had one before? Okay. Well, what it is it's a needle, and it's going to go in your arm. It's going to hurt just a little bit, but we're going to take the needle out. It's just going to have a tube in there. It's going to deliver fluids and medication into you so that you start feeling better faster. Can you tell me your name and your birthday? Okay, and that matches your armband. It also matches your doctor's orders. Do you have any allergies? Okay, well good. So let me just put this pad under your arm, and I'm going to put my stuff right beside you so that it's all within really good reach. So I just need you to be kind of still for me. And I'll get all my stuff taken care of and get everything I need. Okay, I'm going to close the curtain so you have privacy and perform hand hygiene and get all my stuff together. Okay, I have a pre-filled syringe, and I'm going to flush my little extension kit. Okay, and I'm going to put it back on my little sterile package to keep it nice and clean. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to put my tourniquet on. Okay, you got a really good vein. This won't be too bad at all. I'm going to let that dry just a second. Okay. And we're going to use the bevel up, and we're going to go in at about a 10 to a 30 degree angle, anchoring the bottom of the vein, pulling up, looking for flash, and we have our flash, and we're going to insert the tubing of the catheter and draw out the needle. Okay, now we're going to flush the tubing to make sure that there's no clotting and it's a good, strong vein and it looks good. So I'm going to use it and take this down and secure this. You're doing really good, Mr. Jones. Okay. Then we would take our tourniquet off and we'll put our tegaderm on so that we can keep our site really nice and clean. At this time I would take off my little ID sticker here and I would put my initials, my date, and the gauge needle used, so everyone would know who put it in if it has a problem. My needle at this time would go into my sharps container as soon as it came out of the catheter. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and secure this down. Okay. At this time, I would start my IV fluids. And to do that, we're going to hang our bag. And we're going to keep our tubing sterile. We'll close our clamp to make sure that it doesn't leak everywhere if that happens to get out of hand. Take off the covering, and we would spike the bag. Okay. We're going to press so that our drip chamber is about halfway full. There's no air bubbles. And then we would open our tubing over a trash can and let it drip. Okay. We close that back. Okay. Now, we would connect it to the IV. Okay, and then we're going to secure that on the arm. Okay. We've clipped our tubing so that there's no fluid going right now with our small clip, and we're going to bring this up and clip this off again. Okay. We would unclamp this and set our pump so that it could start running, and we have delivered the right dose, the right medication, the right patient at the right time, and covered all our bases there, and our IV has been started. And now we must discontinue our IV. So to do that, what we're going to do is we have our gauze pad. We would perform hand hygiene. We would identify our patient just as before, give them privacy. We would perform hand hygiene. We would stop our pump. We would clamp the tubing. We would come over and we would start by untaping the tubing. We're going to hold that while we get rid of this. I'm going to hold this here, and we're going to just take that out, and we're going to get it out of the way as carefully as possible. And we're going to hold our hand on the site to cause pressure so that it doesn't bleed. And get our Band-Aid out. I'm just going to make a little bitty pressure bandage to go right over where our IV was in, and then we're going to tape it. And then within about 15 minutes, we're going to come back and check that and remove the pressure bandage, and if it needs a bandage, we would put another one on there. And we would document all of our nurses' notes to reflect what we've done for our patient, make sure our patient is comfortable and there's no swelling or problems, and that would be all.